dawn over the Tsingy de Bemaraha, a forest not of wood, but of razor-sharp stone. Here, amidst the limestone blades, a single misstep is fatal. Yet, troops of Sifaka leap with impossible grace. But they are being watched. This is Madagascar's apex assassin, the Fossa. Built for the trees, now forced into a deadly parkour across jagged daggers. As the sun charts its course, a hunt will unfold that defies gravity itself. In the muted blue light of early morning, nocturnal phantoms begin their retreat. The elusive Eye meticulously navigates complex crevices, seeking the safety of a wooden sanctuary before the sun arrives. On the damp floor beneath these towering spires, microfauna stirs. The giant pill millipede uncoils to scavenge, while a spiky tenric methodically through a carpet of dry leaves, its sensitive snout probing the shadows. As the mist lifts, the canyon echo responds. Flocks of dark vasa parrots take to the overcast sky. Down below, the vibrant red tomato frog its throat to absorb lingering dew. Nearby, the leaf-tailed gecko clears moisture from its eyes, its remarkable camouflage allowing it to effectively vanish into the textured bark. Above them, perched safely on flat rock outcroppings, troops of the ring-tailed lemur assume a meditative posture. Arms outstretched, they expose their white bellies to catch the first faint warmth of breaking daylight. It is a moment of communal peace. But danger is already awake, moving through the canopy with breathtaking grace. As morning vitality sweeps across the sprawling labyrinth, the overcast sky brightens, illuminating the astonishing layering of this unique ecosystem. High above the impenetrable razor forests, the remarkably rare Madagascar fish eagle effortlessly rides rising morning thermals. Down in the complex understory of the deciduous forest, opportunistic scavengers seize their moment. The sleek, ring-tailed Vonsira furiously tears at fallen fruit, while the elusive Falanook digs deeply into the rich earth between two sharp, rocky pinnacles. The upper levels are a theater of vibrant life. The striking paradise flycatcher darts erratically through dense green foliage, catching insects with unmatched aerial precision. Clinging to sheer vertical rock faces, a brilliant neon green day gecko scampers upward, lapping sweet nectar from a rare flower. Not far away, moving with an impossibly slow, calculated rocking gait, the panther chameleon expertly mimics a trembling leaf. Its swiveling eyes grant a terrifying perspective, making it a lethal ambush predator in its microscopic realm. Yet, true terror moves in chilling silence. A thick Madagascar tree boa unravels its massive body, relying on chemical signals to locate hidden prey. And above all this, the Fossa stalks, a ghost stepping over dead branches without a sound. An evolutionary arms race on a vertical battlefield. But an inevitable, overwhelming force is rapidly approaching. By 11:30, flat, natural light overtakes the sky. Intense heat radiates violently from the exposed gray rock. The frantic pace of survival dissolves. A collective exhaustion grips the canyon. Every living creature must abandon the hunt. High above, the fish eagle pants heavily on a dead branch. Deep within the darkest crevices, amphibians micromanage their temperatures. The tomato frog wedges tightly into a damp crack. The pill millipede curls into an impenetrable sphere. Ring-tailed lemurs form massive, intricately woven huddles of striped tails on shaded limestone karst pinnacles, sharing the most premium real estate available. Even the vibrant helmet vanga and the beautifully patterned giant kua fall completely silent. An uneasy truce. Mortal enemies sleeping peacefully mere yards apart. Here, in the deafening stillness of the midday sun, we are reminded of the profound fragility of this ancient circadian rhythm. These endemic species are inextricably bound to this specific, vanishing microclimate. This fortress, though carved in stone, is terrifyingly vulnerable to a rapidly changing world. The delicate balance suspended in the blistering heat. The sheer scale of the Tsingy, an eerily silent, seemingly bottomless stone matrix. Nothing but the faint rustle of a dry leaf. The suffocating stagnation holds its breath until late afternoon. Shadows aggressively lengthen. The intense heat finally fractures. A sudden, sharp intake of breath from a Decken Sifaka signals the realization. The truce has ended. The apex predator stands, arching its back in an extensive stretch. It exposing a devastating array of teeth. The Fossa begins its relentless afternoon patrol, walking with brutal efficiency across a bridge of fallen timber, placing each paw with absolute, silent precision. It maps the entire labyrinth by scent. Realizing the rapidly decreasing daylight, lemurs furiously pull fresh leaves from thin branches, consuming massive quantities before the light fails. Their desperate creates dangerous acoustic blind spots. Down on the canyon floor, a crested ibis jabs its beak into the leaves, while a Falanook sprints for cover. Panic cascades downward. Massive flocks of incredibly bright red floating birds erupt simultaneously, confusing any visual tracking. Then, a violent puff of air, the deafening of a branch. The razor forest descends into pure chaos. The pursuit is terrifying. The fossa bounds across uneven, razor-sharp ridges. Panic drives primate troops to execute dangerous leaps across bottomless chasms. But the fossa's agility neutralizes their vertical advantage. It kicks off stone surfaces with explosive power, utilizing reversible ankles and specialized claws to execute physics-defying maneuvers. Driven upward into a dead end, an exhausted ring-tailed lemur is trapped at the absolute peak. The fossa slithers smoothly through a tight gap, silhouetted against the dark orange sky. Faced with the absolute certainty of death, the cornered lemur chooses a blind leap into the abyss. Without hesitation, the fossa launches into the deadly void after it. A sickening, heavy mid-air thud echoes into the dusk. They crash violently onto a flat plateau far below. Absorbing the impact, the fossa leverages its immense weight. A swift, merciful conclusion to a flawless dusk ambush. As surviving primates desperately flee, an eerie silence reclaims the deep canyons. Total darkness firmly grips the landscape. The piercing golden eyes of the fossa blink slowly, surveying its silent kingdom. To truly master the razor forest requires a perfect balance of breathtaking power and absolute ruthlessness. The fossa claims its prize in the twilight, an undisputed master of this alien maze. But thousands of miles away, in the flooded jungles of the Amazon, a very different apex predator relies on absolute silence rather than agility to survive the night. Discover how the jaguar hunts in the dark waters, right here.